Hello and welcome to our kitchen again. Today I am going to bake the salted chocolate shortbread cookies. So there's not a lot of ingredients, but there's a few steps. So first we'll make the batter and then put it in the refrigerator for about a half an hour to an hour. Then take it out and roll it out, and then cut out the cookies and then bake them. And then after that, after they cool, they'll get dipped in chocolate and then a little sea salt on them. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is mix in the butter. So we have here 3 cups of butter, which we will mix up. Okay, and then we have 2 cups of flour. We'll scrape down the bowl one time. Okay, we have here 6 2/3 cups of flour that we will put in here, and half a teaspoon of salt. And before we do that, we'll put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla, nice vanilla. Scrape down the bowl a little bit and get that to mix nicely. Okay, so we'll finish mixing that by hand because the dough is a little, is big for even this big mixer. Get all that off the batter. Paddle attachment, of course. Just give that a little mix. Okay, so we will put this in the refrigerator for about a half hour and then be ready to roll it out. So the dough has chilled. What I did is I wrapped it in plastic wrap, and I carved it into 5 different pieces. So I'll show you the first piece. Here it is. I've lightly floured this wonderful dough ease. You put the dough, and then you can put it on top and then roll it. So here we go. And also it calls for a half of an inch, so that's what we're doing here. And we'll just roll it out and see where it goes. I usually start out with the dough ease, and then I finish it off with just the rolling pin. Put a little flour on that. Okay, so what I have here is my baking pans, and I got these silicone mats, which are a little easier to use than the parchment, and it covers the pan a little bit better. So let's see. We'll cut it out in, I'm going to cut it in circles, maybe about 2 inches there, 2 or 3 inches. Per cookie. And we'll get it out with the spatula and line them up on the cookie sheet. So what we will do is we will bake them for at 350 for about 15 minutes, and we'll give it a good watch, you know, with these new sheets, so that in case they cook quicker, we'll account for that. So there's a little bit dough left over, and we will roll that out. This is a nice buttery cookie, and with the chocolate, it's really, you know, quite good. And we'll get probably 1 more cookie out of this, so 9 cookies, you know, for that one, you know, the first of the 5. We'll see, we'll get a little bit more, a little bit less with each of the others. Maybe 1 more. That'd be nice. Just 1 more. Okay, there we go. So we will, after we roll all these out, we'll put them in the oven for 15 minutes, and then we'll check it out. So they're all rolled out and ready to go into the oven. They'll go in the oven for 15 minutes about at 350. There's one more tray downstairs in the refrigerator cooling, and so we're on our way. The cookies came out of the oven and cooled. They came out a little differently, I think, because I used the silicone mats, which I had never tried before. So that was a mistake. You should always try something before you use it. So the cookies came out, you know, kind of thin and spread out. So I cut them in half to make them a little more manageable. I tasted it and it tastes good, so we're gonna keep going. So, you know, I guess you live and learn, you know, when you do these things. So I'm chopping up this dark chocolate. I'm going to put it in the double boiler and melt it, and then we will coat the cookies. So here it goes into the can bring it up by hand also. Okay, so we'll get a pot. Filled with water. Of course, you don't want the bottom of the pot to hit the double boiler. And I'll bring this around so you can see. Okay. So here we are. Turn on the flame. And we'll keep mixing this around until it all melts. Should only be a few minutes. How that piece escaped. So while I'm doing this, I just want to thank everybody for viewing my videos and subscribing. That's a real great thing. I hope that this encourages you to try new things, and you know, sometimes you learn from a mistake, and that's good. So anyway, yesterday I gave blood at the community center in Florham Park. I think it was Florham Park, or maybe it wasn't, but it was a little bit of a drive. It was a beautiful day. Today looks like a beautiful day as well. And I ran 3 times this week, which was nice. 2 times, I think. Maybe after I deliver the cookies, you know, I might, but that will take some time, especially since these cookies have to cool and harden. So let's see how it goes. So if you leave me a comment and let me know what you think of these videos, any recipes you'd like. I have quite a few out there now. And, it's just, you know, it's a lot of fun to, you know, to try new things, and even some old ones, maybe a little different touch to them. And just bring some joy into the people, you know, that here in town. We just have to let that melt a little bit, and we'll be ready to start dipping the cookies. And what we'll do is we'll dip half of them, and then we have some sea salt that we'll put on that, so when it dries, you know, it'll be nice and tasty. Just about done. Piece in there. Okay, so I just have to get a pot holder. Take this off the, see, there it is. And let me put this back to the counter so you can see. Okay. All right, so what we'll do is we'll take each cookie and dunk about half of it into the chocolate, and then put it on this cookie tray to harden, so we can try them out. So I've coated all of the cookies with chocolate and dusted them with some sea salt. They have to all cool, but here's one that's been cooled. Here it is, and let's give it a taste. The chocolate with the sea salt is just delicious, and just a plain cookie, delicious. So let me know if you want to try them out, and happy baking, and see you next week.